So Dean a little bigger back. They're getting in the
Dominic
game.
Dean, the ball carrier. Stopped by 55.
They
Ben
like running
Richardson,
him down on the goal line to take advantage of his size.
Second and goal.
7:39 left here in the opening quarter. Second and goal here from the 6-yard line for Colonel Crawford. Weithman and Foy split out wide. 2 wide receivers set here on the left side. It'll be Holt at quarterback with Connor McMicheal to the left of him. Dom Dean split out towards that tight end position. Holt hands it. McMicheal trying to bounce it outside. Grabbed by the foot and taken down.
He's going to lose a whole bunch.
They'll mark him forward progress at the 11. Could have been a little bit worse than that.
Stopped by number
But now it's third and goal
Stanley,
outside of the 10-yard line.
Lusher. Loss of about 6.
That speed of Grandview Heights got to him early and got him down. Now it's obvious passing down and see if they can get another guy in one of those seams in between this cover 3 zone defense that Grandview Heights sits in.
Holt, 2-step drop, pressure coming from the left side, just throws it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Almost a diving interception made by Grandview Heights. And number 10, Owen Nugent, he was in on the coverage.
Dominic Dean brings up
and it'll bring up 4th down and goal, and it looks like Colonel Crawford's going to bring in the kicking team here with Joseph Zizzo into attempt, and this will be about a 30-yard field goal attempt for Joseph Zizzo.
Well, he's a good kicker, so he's more easily within his range. Let's see if he can hit it. Give them the early lead.
It's marked right in the middle of the field, so it's straight on. Snap is back, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. Joseph Zizzo with a 30-yard field goal, and he drills it to make this a Colonel Crawford 3-0 lead. So there are points on the board here for Colonel Crawford. Stay tuned. We'll have more football when we come back.
In life. Come see me at the Primal Insurance.
Kicks it off, a short kick. It'll go towards the sideline. It bounces inside the 20. Grandview Heights is going to have to fall on this back inside the 10-yard line. What a break there for Crawford, as fielding it back inside the 10-yard line was number 22, and that was Aiden Dowdy for Grandview Heights.
Sizzo did a really nice job of hitting it to the side. A directional kick, got it in between 2 guys.
I think they were trying to keep it away from Ohliner.
They didn't communicate very well, hit the ground and didn't roll out of bounds. It rolls down to about the 10-yard line, and so now we get a good look at Ohliner, I'm sure, to try to get it off their own goal line.
Junior standing at 207.61. Where's number 0? Henry Ohliner has D1 offers, Eastern Carolina, Miami of Ohio on that list. He's taken some visits to Penn State. He'll have the carry here off the right side. And I think so far we can see pretty good carry there up to the 17-yard line for Ohliner.
Well, and
I'll bring up 2nd and short.
Henry Ohliner, the ball
and that's
carrier.
Exactly what they want to do in their offense.
By number 2, Rowan
just
Few.
get the ball to him and let him run over and over and over again. And important for the Crawford defense to get stops on first down. Limit him to 1 or 2 yards on first down instead of 8, because this makes it quite easy for them to stay on task and just keep handing him the ball and let him run.
Jack Clifford standing in the gun. He'll have Ohliner to his left, and they'll hand it the other way, sweeping towards the left side and carrying the pile across the 25 to the 27. And a first down here for Grandview Heights.
Ohliner, the ball carrier, taken down by number 2, Rowan Few.
That was Bohliner.
And number 76. Brennan Reber. First down, Bobcats.
That was still Ohliner, right?
Well, that's what they're announcing.
Yeah, he said Ohliner, I swear.
But
they'll pitch it this time.
Option look to him this
Ohliner
time.
across the 30, inside, across the 40, into Crawford territory. Burst of speed, and finally jumped down at the 38-yard line is Ohliner. And
Ohliner,
I
the
think
ball
right
carrier.
away here,
Taken down
Tim,
by
you can
number
really
3.
see the
Flag on the
athleticism.
play.
He finds the hole, but
They may
this one
bring it
might be
back.
coming back.
Penalty on the Bobcats.
and
Holding.
it is coming back. It's a hold on the Cats. So they just came out and kind of ran an option. Again, the quarterback he's not going to run the ball. So, this is one where you might get away from your assignment football and say, we don't need to put anyone on the quarterback. Let's put 2 guys on Ohliner.
Yeah, make him show you,
Yeah,
right?
Let's see if the quarterback's going to keep it.
First and 17.
'Cause he can't
for
run
the
like that.
Bobcats.
They have to get to the 37-yard line here for a first down. It is first and 17 from their own 20.
He's in the Wildcat
and it'll be in the
this time.
Wildcat. Ohliner working his way across the 25, continue to drag the pile across the 30. And Colonel Crawford finally brings him down at the
Ohliner, the
31.
ball carrier.
In there on the
Stopped by
tackle was
Weithman
Walker Kramer along with
and
Parker
Dominic
Weithman.
Dean.
But, you can see just chunks of yardage here
About
picked up
9.
so far by Ohliner, and they'll give him a gain of 9.
11-yard gain on the play.
And, Tim, this crowd has gotten
Second and 6. for the
marginally
Bobcats.
bigger from what it was about a half hour
Well,
ago.
this one section over here is also all Crawford people that are on the home side because their stands, there's not a whole lot of room
This
over
place
there.
is packed.
This place is really filled there. AD is smiling, I'm sure. There's a little
Ohliner
cross
bouncing
block.
it outside. This time Crawford bottles him up, but he continues to push the pile forward. Crawford trying to jump on it. He'll be close to the first down, and they're going to give it to him. Right at the 37-yard line.
Ohliner, the ball carrier. First down, Bobcats.
And just, at 2:07, Tim, just so hard to bring him down.
Well, he's obviously very strong because he was going to be stopped, it looked like, for no gain, and he ends up gaining 7. They better get some more guys to the football.
It'll be first and 10 from their own 42. Or actually 37, sorry. With 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. Colonel Crawford leading 3-0. They'll stack 4 here on the right side. Will we finally see Clifford throw the football here for the first time tonight? Hard count. Nope, they'll option pitch it. Ball's loose on the ground, and it'll be picked up by Clifford. But it's all the way back at the 32-yard line. A loss of 5 there for Grandview Heights.
Clifford.
And that time just a little miscommunication
Stays
on
with
the option
Bobcats,
pitch.
Loss of 5.
Yeah, that's the same
6 yards.
play they got called back on the with the penalty, and same play.
Second and 15 for the Cap.
And so it's just kind of, I saw Ohio State do that last week.
Yeah, they did that when there was nobody on that side of the field, though. It was almost a weak side of the field.
There's no real option to it. It's just
Just
it's going
a
to be
flat-out
a
pitch.
It's going to be a pitch. It looks like an option pitch because he's not going underhand. But big break for the Eagles right there. Now they're going to have to do some things. Now they go the other way.
Nugent on the jet sweep, working his way to the left side. He is a speedy guy across
Yes, he
midfield to the 49. Works his way on the jet sweep for another Bobcat first
Owen
down.
Nugent.
And into Colonel Crawford territory
Number 10, your ball
was
carrier,
Owen
stopped
Nugent.
by number 6, Brady
He's
Hill.
got some speed, and I
You
can
called
say
it. Yeah, that's what
Helped
Coach
out by
Bruner
number
was
50,
talking about
Walker
their speed.
Kramer. That is a
Boy, he came
Bobcat
flying.
first down.
I mean, Ohliner,
The Eagles'
I'm sure he has good
49-yard
speed,
line.
but he's very patient when he runs. And
2
just,
minutes to go in the first quarter.
looks for his room, his
he
space
finds his
and
blocks,
cuts.
but also has the burst if
Yeah.
he needs it.
But that
And
was
Nugent just flat out speed.
flying.
Yeah.
From the time he got the ball,
We
was
talked about the speed in the pregame, Tim.
Yeah.
Could Crawford match up with it? And Owen Nugent proves that he's a little bit faster than probably most of the guys in the N10. He'll go in motion again, and this time they'll give it to Ohliner, and he'll go off right tackle. Kind of a little counterplay there.
exactly.
And then Ohliner picks up about 3 to get to the
Ohliner,
46.
The ball carrier stopped by Caden Bruner. along with number 5.
125 left here in the opening quarter. 2nd down and 7 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, you call it on that play. It's referred to as a GT because the guard and the tackle from the backside pull. The other back fills for them to make sure the back doesn't get tackled from behind. And Ohliner didn't and was able to gain 3 yards. But in a way, that's a win right now for the Crawford defense.
Yeah, Nugent on the sideline now. Ohliner in the backfield behind Clifford. Pistol set here for the Bobcats. Clifford hands it left side. Ohliner staying patient, and he'll slip out of a tackle, bursts his way down the sideline, cuts it back inside. Inside the 20, inside the 10, slips to another tackle, and into the end zone for a 46-yard touchdown. Henry Ohliner.
49 yards.
And you can see why he's a D1 recruit, Tim, right there.
Oh, yeah, he that time he did show off his speed, but he broke a couple tackles early, and when he got out into the open field, the defensive backs for Crawford just had no chance. You'll see it on the OH report.
Braddock Lusher set to snap.
Nope, no replay.
Four,
okay.
Jack Clifford to hold. And
but
number 6,
yeah, he was
Ryan
able to stiff arm a couple guys
to attempt the extra point.
And just step around another guy, and you got to get it. You're going to have to get him around the waist. His legs are just too strong.
All right, kick is good. It's 7-3. Grandview Heights on top of Colonel Crawford with 36 seconds left here in the first. Hey, listen to high school football here on WBCO.
Eagles.
Are you looking? He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Go to ncstatecollege.edu and learn how North Central State College is making a difference.
Foy muffs the kickoff, and he'll be down at the 15-yard line. Livingston Sanders with a nice kick. Foy bobbled it, dropped it on the ground, and then was brought down at the 15 by Beckett Jobert.
Yeah, once you bobble the kick, it just throws off the timing of the whole kickoff team. And Grandview Heights did a good job of getting guys down there on their kickoff team and getting it covered, and so Crawford will be deep in their own territory to get things started.
7-3. Grandview Heights on top of Colonel
Eagles
Crawford, and they will bring,
line.
I believe it's Baker under center here for Colonel Crawford.
Yes, it
and
is.
there will be a flag. Baker looking across the middle. Wide open is Dom Dean. He's across midfield. He will score.
They're in motion.
But there was a flag. And this one's coming
Number
back.
5
Tim.
into the end zone, Dominic Dean, but there is a flag on the play.
Beautiful play.
I don't know what they're calling, but
illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure. So
on the Eagles. This is
probably
coming back.
saying an illegal alignment. But the worst part is that's probably a play that I've not seen him run it all year. So as a play probably they put in this week to get ready for this game. Now
they run it there, and now they've shown it. Now,
yeah.
Unless you can catch them off guard again later in the game possibly, but.
Yeah, legal motion.
So illegal motion will.
So I'm sure what he's saying.
Set it back 5 yards. It'll remain first down.
They sent a couple guys shifting. And they're probably saying they didn't that they weren't set for a full second. But a huge.
1st and 15 from the 10-yard line.
That's a 5-yard penalty that's really a 90-yard penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they're back on the 10 after scoring a touchdown.
Really saw the speed of Dean there.
Yes, he ran away from those guys in a hurry.
A big guy could get down the field.
Yes, he did.
Pretty quickly. So ball at the 10, 1st and 15 here for Colonel Crawford, who trails 7-3. They'll go with McMicheal. Huge hole, and Michael bursts through to the 20-yard line.
the biggest seam he's had tonight.
And I don't think we're going to see a problem necessarily offensively for Colonel Crawford here tonight, the way this game is going. It's whether you can stop Ohliner on defense.
Well, so right now they're just going to have to keep matching him, and
that wraps
you got to hope that maybe Grandview will make a mistake.
Exciting, entertaining first
they can get a turnover or something.
In this second
well, a
week
quick
of
first
playoff
quarter.
football.
Ball was on the ground
Bobcats 7
for the entirety there of that first quarter.
Eagles 3.
For the most part, it is Grandview Heights 7, Colonel Crawford 3. We played 1. You're listening to high school football here on WBCO and watching on the OH Report.
I'm Caden Bruner, and you're watching Eagles football on the OH Report.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to be entering its second year of media sponsorship for local nonprofits.
We've partnered with Crawford County Now to offer nonprofits a podcast and a radio spot.
First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Start of the second quarter, Colonel Crawford with the football at their own 20-yard line. It will bring up 2nd down and 4 here for the Eagles. Split back set here with McMicheal to the right. And they're going to throw out in the seam. It's tipped in, intercepted. Working his way the other way for the Bobcats into the 15-yard line is Beckett Jobert. Off the hands of Parker Weithman, just tipped up and right to the defensive back, Jobert. And he takes it the other way, and now Grandview Heights in business.
They made that pretty easy.
Tipped.
I mean, here on the OH Report, you just see it. It's a little high,
but
a very catchable ball.
Intercepted
just
by
gets
number
tipped,
7, Beckett Jobert.
And Jobert just picks it off. Number 7 runs it down.
Jobert takes it back
down
to
inside
the
to the
17-yard
line. So great field position for the Cats, and you don't need to give them a short field.
Where the Bobcats will start 1st and 10.
I can only imagine who's going to see the football here. 1st and 10 from your own, or from the Colonel Crawford 16.
Actually, he's widened out right now in the slot.
And now they'll send Nugent in motion. They'll toss it that way towards the left side. Nugent gets a block on the edge, and he's spun down. He finally goes down completely at the 11. And in there on the tackle for Colonel Crawford was Tice Lyle along with Brady Hill.
With number 23, Tice Lyle.
And a 2nd down and 4 here for Grandview Heights.
6.
Well, you said it.
2nd and 4 for the
Who
Bobcats.
gets out to the best start here tonight? We talk about it. You got to set the
line.
tone. So far, Grandview Heights has done that. They only gave up a field goal on their first possession. And now they've taken advantage of a turnover, and we'll see if they can completely take advantage
Crawford's
of it.
lost a touchdown because of a penalty, and now they've turned it over.
Ohliner to the left here. They'll give it to the right side, and this is Ben Matney on the carry inside the 10. They'll mark him at the 6.
Your ball carrier.
And it will be a 1st and goal from the 6 now for the Bobcats.
Stopped by number 2, Rowan Few, and number 50, Walker Kramer. It is a 1st down Bobcats, 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
It'll be Matney to the right here, along with Ohliner to the left of Clifford in the gun. 10:58 remaining here, second quarter. Ohliner inside, still driving the legs inside the 5. And that's the thing with him. He just keeps his legs churning.
You've got to have tremendously strong legs. He just doesn't go down easily. It's that simple. That was one of the first times he's actually fell backwards.
Stopped by 44.
They'll mark him just inside the 5.
Jack Aggie. And Brennan Reaper.
Early in the second quarter, he's got 87 yards on 7 carries.
Gain of about 2.5. Ball sits inside
so 2nd and goal inside the 5. Just
line,
inside the 5. Clifford in the gun. Matney to his left. Ohliner to his right. Split out wide is Will Sanzo. Clifford. They'll send in motion, and Ohliner takes that lead block and just walks into the end zone. 5-yard touchdown, Henry Ohliner. And it's now 13-3, Grandview Heights.
Into the end zone for the Bobcats.
With 10 minutes left here in this second quarter. Just takes the sting out of it. You know, you get the turnover. Like you mentioned, you get the flag on the touchdown pass.
Lusher to
and now
snap.
Grandview Heights
Clifford to hold.
with a 13-3
Sanders
lead.
to kick.
Sanders, and it's blocked.
Blocked.
And it looked like Payne the Gray maybe got in there.
Now it's going to be
Kick
very
is
important
blocked.
for Crawford to do something offensively here and answer the bell.
Incomplete
We'll find out here. 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. It is Grandview Heights 13, Colonel Crawford 3. Listen to high school football on WBCO along with watching on the OH Report.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
To the 25-yard line.
Kick.
And now Colonel Crawford.
Stopped by
pretty imperative, I think, here,
number
Tim.
10.
Pretty necessary.
Owen Nugent.
Get at least some points on the board here.
You
have the 30-yard field goal by Zizzo. Had a touchdown brought back by a penalty flag for illegal motion
So the Eagles
on their last drive, and then the interception obviously leads to a short field for Grandview. Now let's eat up some clock and let's put some points on the board.
Well, before the interception, I mean, McMicheal had his best run of the game. You know, he ran for 10 or 11 yards and had a nice seam to run in. So let's see if the
in the backfield, and they'll fake the pitch. He'll roll to the left, pressure coming, tipped up and almost intercepted again. Defensive lineman back there, number 44, Braddock Lusher, was able to tip it up, almost tipped it to himself.
Pass tipped.
Yeah, just did a really good job of getting his hands up in the air and knocking it down.
Incomplete.
He's a kid about 6'2" or so, and so it's a little tough to get it over the top of him when you're a 5'10" quarterback.
So for our second down and 10 from the 25 now for Colonel Crawford. McMicheal will join Holt in the backfield. Trips to the left here for the Eagles. Grandview Heights brings 5. Weisman on a slant catch across the middle to the 32, shy of the first down marker. About, I would say, a 7-yard gain. Bring up third down and 3.
Weisman stopped by 7. Beckett Jobert. Short of the first down.
Weisman not a real big target at 5'9", 155, but seems to have great hands.
2.5.
Only
3.
a sophomore.
Third and 3, 9:15 left here in the second quarter. Holt with McMicheal behind him. Dean goes in motion towards the left side of the line. He'll be the lead blocker here for McMicheal. McMicheal trying to get to the 35.
He's just going to be just short.
I think he is as well. So decision time, Coach Bruner. And this is
the ball is spotted
4th and inches here, Tim. The nose of the football is about an inch away from that 35.
He's bringing in, it looks like, some more beef.
Baker will come back in at quarterback. Rowan Thu will come in as well.
I mean, this is just such a huge play right here. I mean,
13-3, Grandview Heights, 4th and 1 from their own.
First, let's see if they do a freeze call.
34.5-yard line. Dean goes in motion towards the left side. They will run a play. McMicheal, it's going to be close. I think he got it.
This guy marked it. I think both guys marked it on the 35. Yeah, they're giving it to him.
Just the length of the football across the first down marker. And a 1st and 10 here for Crawford.
The crowd disagrees
First
on the
down,
home
Eagles.
side. But yeah, it looked like, he had a pretty good, looked like a seam at first, but boy, it got filled in a hurry, and it was close. But, the Sticks just are past the 35, so their third first down of the game.
Trips to the right, 2 wide receivers. Empty set here for Crawford. They'll find McMicheal at the 40, turns the corner to the 45.
21
and I believe he's got another first down, and he does.
The Baker pass. Connor
So nice
McMicheal.
pass there. That was Braden Holt again on the throw.
Stop by Jobert and Chafin Volts. First down for the Eagles.
So Colonel Crawford, a little bit of momentum here after picking up that 4th and inches. They trail 13-3 with 7:26 left here in the opening quarter. Trips to the left here for Crawford. It'll be Holt with McMicheal to the left of him in the gun. Holt looking towards the left side. Throws it out, screen pass. Weithman is hit immediately. This will be a loss on the play. Back to the 40-yard line. A loss of 5 here for Colonel Crawford. Second down and 15.
Parker Weithman, the receiver on that play. Stopped by number 10, Owen Nugent.
Tried to run a bubble
Loss
screen and
of
just
4.
You hear the call there. Owen Nugent on the tackle, and he read it perfectly.
Yeah, he read it perfectly. Got off the initial block of the wide receiver, the other wide receiver, and made a great play.
6:40 remaining here in the opening half.
And this isn't what Crawford wants. They don't like to be 2nd and 15.
Yeah,
You
a little bit off schedule here.
So let's see what they'll come up with. Looks like they're walking out of the pressure.
Yeah,
Got
another hole, but it closes up quickly as McMicheal gets to the 45.
McMicheal, the ball carrier.
Ohliner on the tackle,
number 11,
along
Cooper
with
Bauer,
Cooper Bauer.
and 0
I'll
Owen.
tell you, I'm impressed with the speed of the Grandview
Henry
Heights defense
Ohliner.
as much as the offense. I mean,
Third down and 10.
it looked like McMicheal had some nice room there, but boy, their pursuit is great, and they get to the football. Bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yep, under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Crawford trailing by 10. This will be Holt rolling to the left. Holt sets up the throw, lobs it out in the flat. It's caught by Lucas Foy at the 50-yard line. 5 yards
Pass
short
was
of the
complete.
line to gain.
Taken out of bounds.
And now another decision here for Coach Bruner with 5:43 on the clock here in the second quarter.
Right at the midfield stripe.
Yeah, this is a tough one, but it looks like he's going to go again.
It'll be 4th and 5 from the 50.
4th and
Right
5.
now, Coach Bruner's just understood they got to score
The
points.
midfield line.
Leave it all
5
out there, right? I mean,
minutes,
it's the
43
second round of the
seconds to go, and
playoffs.
the
You either
Eagles
win or
are
you go
going
home.
for it.
Yeah.
Now we'll back up, probably to punt, and it will be a low snap, and Bruner calls a timeout. Fortunately there for Crawford because it was a low snap. And
the Eagles
a
call
timeout
timeout.
on the field. 5:42 left here in the first half. It is Grandview Heights 13, Colonel Crawford 3. We'll be right back.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Gonna need it for the second
13-3.
half.
But we didn't get to see the whole play.
4th
so
and 5.
It looked like they were going to drop
Three
back
Eagles.
and punt it. But now I'm not so sure unless Holt's going to do it again. No, he's going to throw it.
They throw it,
He's
lob
open.
down the seam. Weithman leaps in the air and just out of his hands, incomplete. Weithman is athletic, and he just could not haul that one in, just a little too
I think
high.
he just needed to take one more step. You see the replay on the OH report.
Parker's
You
pass
know,
incomplete.
he jumped maybe just a hair early, but made a great effort
was
to get
intended
it.
for number 1, Parker Weithman.
Now
That's
comes
a
the
turnover
bad
on
side
downs.
of
The
deciding to
Bobcats
go
will
for it.
start
Now again
at
they
the
have
mid-stripe 50-yard line.
Yeah,
First
50
down,
yards to go.
Bobcats.
and
They have had no problem putting
They-
the ball into the end zone.
there's only been a handful of plays in this first half so far that Crawford has held them under 5 or 6 yards.
So 5:37 left here in the first half. Turnover on downs for Crawford.
Oh, and by the way, Grandview Heights has yet to throw a pass.
And they will continue on that trend, and this time they'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. On the carry was
21.
Iono, the ball carrier.
Iono.
Stopped by 76, Brennan
And
Reber.
Brennan Reber was able to take him down
Walker Kramer.
along with Walker Kramer as
Gain
well.
of
So
one for the
a nice
Cats.
job on the stop there.
Ball at the 49-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Let's see if they can repeat it. It will bring up only a 1-yard gain, but 2nd and 9.
The problem is that they just handed off to someone else to give him a rest for a second, and then now we'll come back to Ohliner.
That's very possible. He stands to the left of Clifford here in the gun. There's trips to the left here for the Bobcats. They lead it 13-3, 2nd down and 9 from the Crawford 49. They'll pitch it that way.
They got a lot of
Crawford
people
has it covered, and this time they drop him for a loss.
Way to go.
Back at the 47, a loss of 4. They read that perfectly. Dean, Logan Goddard in there, Parker Weithman in there, Brady Hill, and a host of Eagles as well.
They did a really good job of just reading their keys. I mean, what they've done pretty much the whole game, when they go to either a trip set or a quad set, they run that pitch into the wide receivers, and that time everybody from Crawford got off the blocks. You know, they were able to get pursuit and get some, finally get him hit on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 14. Do we see our first throw of the night here for Grandview Heights?
Possibly.
Robert split out wide. No.
Yes.
Flea flicker. Robert down the left side. Incomplete. Had a beat
on the play.
on the defensive back. There is a flag.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
So
I have never seen a playoff game where a sideline warning
Colonel
has not
Crawford.
been called on somebody.
Pass is incomplete.
well, fortunately for Crawford, it doesn't
third.
result in any
Yes,
yardage.
Exactly. So we might see a punt
And
here.
14.
So they run the flea flicker, but
I'm not sure they're punting.
they are not. I sense that
They
this
might
Coach
wanna-
Bruner going to take a timeout here. They're not punting. They do bring.
He better yell timeout. They're not punting, and they got a guy back deep.
He's got to come up, right? Yeah, finally.
Yes,
they
here he comes.
called
Coach
the
Bruner called
timeout, I'd
timeout.
say.
Timeout, Eagles.
Now do they bring the punt unit on?
You know,
A
the
little
problem
risky
is,
there.
yeah, if he was back there, now I don't know if Grandview Heights shifts into a punt. You know, I mean, obviously they had 3 game films on them, so they know if they shift. But so they probably haven't seen him shift. They bring this guy up. You know, this is a turf field, so the ball rolls forever. If he does kick it and there's no one back, it could really pin Crawford very deep in their own territory. Let's see what Coach is coming up with here.
Yeah, Coach Bruner on the other side had to take the timeout. And for Grandview Heights, Jason Peters, we'll see what he decides here as well. It looks like the offense is back out there for
Sure
Coach
looks
Peters
like they're
and
going to
company.
run a play.
Clifford in the gun, Ohliner to his left.
Now
he
he's going
drops back. Standing at his own 39, he'll get the punt away.
And it's a good
Spiraling punt. Drops inside the 20, bounces to the 15. And that's where it will be down by Grandview Heights. So not as bad as it could have been there for Crawford.
Punt.
But the first
Down
hold
by
by
Eden
the
Downey, number
defense,
22.
so that gives them a
At
little
the
confidence.
Now if you're Grandview Heights there, is that
of
a
Eagles, which is
let's
where they
see
will
what the
start with
defense
3
is
minutes
showing
and
and then we
34
step back,
seconds
or
to
is
go
it
in
just
the half?
automatic he's going to step back at some
Oh, I
point?
think he was going to step back the whole time. If it would have been 3rd and 4th and 5 or 6, maybe you do that. But, when it's 4th and 13 and you are not a great passing team.
Yeah.
You know.
So 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line.
Ohlner's a great back, but, you know, to put it on them that, hey, you got to go gain 13 yards on 4th down.
It's a tough ask this time. McMicheal cuts it outside across the 25, across the 30, and then shoved out of bounds by Nugent over the 35-yard line.
Owen Nugent.
And a 1st down there for Crawford.
His biggest
Michael pushed out
gain of the game.
30.
He's had yardage here, Tim. I mean,
well, yeah, he's carried the ball 9 times for 43 yards. He's almost averaging 5.
First down for the Eagles.
He's almost averaging 5 yards a carry. He had a nice seam there and got up in it, made a couple guys miss, pushed out of bounds after a 21-yard gain.
3:36 left here in the opening half. 13-3, Grandview Heights. 1st and 10 here for Crawford from their own 38-yard line.
They got plenty of time. They just got to stay patient and maybe run the ball a little bit more.
Baker hands it. McMicheal shuffles the feet, brought down at the line of scrimmage.
McMicheal, the ball carrier.
So a gain of a half a yard, they'll say.
Stopped by
2nd down and 9.
Jet Stanley. Along with Danny Main, number 73.
And now Coach Peters is, will he take the timeout, or is there an equipment?
I think it's an equipment problem, and he's getting a guy off the field.
Got an equipment timeout.
Jet Stanley heads to the sideline.
Trying to get him
something with the helmet.
His helmet switched. One guy came to him pretty quick, must knew they had the same size head.
That's happened before.
9 for the Eagles.
Start the clock. Baker fakes the handoff to McMicheal. Working long throw to the left sideline. Up for grabs. It's caught out of bounds. And incomplete. Intended for Brady
Pass
Hill.
intended